essential for you to look at. Okay, so the first thing, basically, the semester starts with an almanac. Okay, so the semester, let's say if you are, the semester has already started from 2nd December, and in this from 2nd December you are going through the induction program, and after induction program, your classwork, actual classwork will start from 7th December, and you will soon receive these documents. What are those two documents that are very essential for you to look at? Okay, so the first document is almanac. So the almanac is nothing but your semester calendar, right? Where you will follow that calendar strictly, right? This almanac is will be sent by either ug.academics or academic office, and this almanac will have all the information regarding the semester calendar. Okay, so I will show you the almanac, an example almanac in the coming slides. And the next important document you will need is for the semester is timetable. So you know the timetable. I think you might have seen timetable in your the previous years also, right? So our timetable will be bit different than your plus two or right your school timetables, right? So I will also show you a timetable, an example timetable, how the timetable in triple city will look like. Okay, so if you see this diagram on the left top corner, actually it's a just an intuitive diagram where the faculty will teach a course, right? So when you want to teach a course, like faculty want to teach a course, he will prepare a course plan, right? And let's say, for example, your C programming or your embedded systems, any course, right, should have a course plan in place before the semester starts. So faculty prepares a course plan. You can see a course plan, right, before the semester begins, right? And the course plan guidelines are given by our respective. Uh, I mean, the guidelines are given by our. Uh, I mean, the guidelines. So the guidelines are given by some guidelines are given by class committees, right? And some guidelines will come from the senior professors, right? So these guidelines will be taken. I mean, will be considered, and it will be part of in preparation of in the preparation of course plan. Okay, so you can see the the faculty will prepare the course plan before the semester begins, right? And some courses are basic courses, some courses are institute electives, some courses are program electives. There are different types of course, so the course plans may be already with the faculty, but it gets updated with the industry requirements, and it gets updated with different factors. Let's say if this course needs more revision, right? So before the semester begins, the course plan gets updated. Okay, so now I'm going to explain about the center big rectangle box where you can see the class committee meetings. Okay, so what happens when a semester begins is the course plan is submitted to the class committee meeting. So who are all part of the class committee meetings? So I mentioned few important people in the class committee meetings. You will see a class committee chair. Okay, class committee chair will actually organize, conduct, coordinate among all the people, right? Faculties who are teaching that particular UG1 or UG2 or UG3 or UG4, and you will also call the student representatives and faculty who are teaching that course. All will be part of the class committee meeting. Okay, so this course plan will be discussed. Of course, the course plan will also be sent to the students, right? And the class representatives, of course, after the course plan is already sent, I mean, displayed to the students, if they want more clarity, right, if they have any questions, they can also put to student representatives. And of course, also directly you can communicate to the faculty himself in the class. Okay, so this in the first class committee meeting, any concerns, any issues with the course plan, it will be thoroughly discussed in the class committee meeting, and the class representatives will also give their version. And if at all, you can see there is a feedback arrow that is going to the course plan. Uh, any suggestions from class committee meeting uh, will be uh, will be given to the faculty, and if the faculty want to modify little here and there based on the conditions requirements, right, it can be modified. Okay, but more or less course plans are decided by the faculty. So this is the overall view where the course plan, the class committee meetings. So the class committee meetings will happen basically in a semester, maybe 3 4 times in the beginning of the semester, and after the midsem exams, right, and maybe in between to take feedback from the students whenever it is required. Okay, so this is the overall basically a flow of how the course plan will be floated to students, and how the student can understand a course plan of each course, and how to read an almanac and timetables. Okay, so we'll see what all part of a course plan. So basically, when you are given a course plan, right? So the course plan will have different components as part of it. Okay, so you will see what all different parts, sub parts of a course plan, right? And I mentioned few. Anyway, I will show you example of a course plan, my own course plan. So you will have a module wise syllabus details in the course plan, and you will also have a week wise syllabus plan. Okay, and the other important component of course plan is evaluation components. How the course will be evaluated, on what basis? What are the continuous assessment components that will be part of your course plan? Okay, so is it a mid-sem and you have some assignments? All this will be part of course plan. So those details will be given by Dr. Mrinmay, who is also another UG coordinator, right? So he will explain you about the different continuous assessment components, but I will tell you, I will just give you an example of what can be part of evaluation components. Okay, so somebody was asking in the first session when Dr. Rajan sir was, explaining about the different programs. So somebody was asking about textbooks, what textbooks are required for a course or something. So those details will be part of your course plan. Okay, so I move to an example course plan here. So this is one of the course which I teach in third semester. Second year, first semester, right? So this course is embedded systems. This course plan is for embedded systems. Okay. So the details of the faculty is mail ID and right is issued mobile number, he might mention in the course plan. And on the top right corner, you can see LTP distribution. Rajan sir has already given you the understanding of what are credit systems, right? So how this course is for 4 credits. You can see the 4 credits are divided into 2 1 1. Okay, so 2 L stands for lecture hours, right? 2 lecture hours in a week, right? And T stands for tutorial, right? So 2 hours of tutorial, and let's say P stands for practical part of it, a lab component. Okay, so one lab will typically be for 3 hours. Okay, so this is a distribution of this course. Whenever you receive a course plan from any course instructor, you should see these details first, right? So this course will have a lab component or a tutorial, how many tutorials, right? And how many lecture hours. Okay, so the course plan will also have why you are going through this course. Okay, let's say what are the objectives of this course. Let's say if you take this example embedded systems course, the embedded system course will introduce you to the right microcontroller architectures, any standard industry standard architectures like ARM Cortex M3. I think you might have seen ARM name in mobile phone specifications when you are purchasing it, right? So ARM Cortex 8 is generally seen in your mobile phone specs, right? So those architectures. So what are the objectives of this course will be given in the course plan, right? And after that, the detailed course plan will also be part of the course plan. Okay, so the details like module wise. Let's say before pandemic we used to have two mid-sem exams. So the course is divided into before mid one to mid2 syllabus, and let's say after mid2 to end sem. So I mean it depends on faculty to faculty, but if you see the three breakups of a semester, the syllabus can be divided into modules. I mean I divide the total syllabus into three modules typically. So the course contents here are given like say introduction to embedded systems. What are embedded systems? So I don't go into the details in view of time, right? So this is module one syllabus, right? Let's say you can see about microcontrollers, what all part of microcontroller architecture, right? Architecture of right microcontrollers, right? Sub modules, right? So you can see the different modules of embedded system course here, right? So these are different modules of this course. Okay, so that's basically about what all some modules of that course plan. And after you see the course plan, you can also have in the course plans the week wise division of I mean each and every topic. Okay, let's say in week one what you will be taught. Okay, so in week one maybe two lecture hours and one tutorial hour you will be taught with introduction, definition, CPU versus MCU, embedded systems, and that, right? So you have let's say 16 weeks, right? Or you have 13 weeks, or you have 12 weeks. I mean this is just an example, it doesn't mean that 16 weeks will be there. So you may have 12 weeks, you may have 11 weeks, so it depends. So week wise syllabus coverage will be given. Okay, so most of you were asking about what textbooks, right? The textbooks preferred, I mean the text reference textbooks for these particular course will be given
Hello.
like this in the course plan. Okay, so don't worry, you will receive these documents of the courses you are going to take in this semester as a course plan document, and it will be shared by either ug.academics or academic office. Okay, so you'll be having a list of textbooks that are as a reference textbooks for this course. Okay, so after you see the reference textbook section, you can also see what is the grading policy. Let's say how will you be evaluated for this course. Okay, let's say I have this evaluation policy in the last year for the embedded system course. You'll have, right, uh, you may have quizzes, you may have different types of quizzes, right? You may have mid exam, right? Mid exam for some weightage, you can see the weightage across the component, right? You may have a project in this. Some courses may have projects, course projects. In embedded systems, you will be dealing with Arduino boards, Raspberry Pi boards, and other boards, right? And some projects you may be grouped, right? So those details will be part of your grading policy. You can see all the sub components of this course, right? Will be which will be for 100% weightage. Okay, so this is about the grading policy. So these are some important points of the course plan. Okay, I have shown you an example course plan, right? So after that I also mentioned you the almanac. So this is one almanac, example almanac of 2019, right? So when you see the almanac, right, I told you almanac is an like semester calendar for you for that semester, right? So if you see, let's say this is 2019 before the pandemic started, right? You can see the semester started from August, right? 10th, right? And you will the semester will start with the registration, right? And induction program. You can see August 12th to 15th you have induction program in 2019, right? So all these details will be part of your almanac. You can see different color codes in the almanac, so, right? Those color codes are already all mentioned in the down of the right. You can see color codes. Purple, what does purple indicate? What is red? Red indicates holiday. So these should be strictly followed for the whole semester. So the almanac is released before typically before the semester begins. You will receive the almanac for this semester very soon, right? So almanac also tells you the placement of your mid-sem exams, when the end sem exams will be, right? When our institute events, let's say if you have any kind of institute events, of course due to pandemic there are no institute events now, right? So all these details you will have in the almanac. Okay, so the almanac will be strictly followed. When the lab exams, when you have basically end sem exams, all these details will be part of your almanac. Okay, so this is one example almanac I thought of showing you, which when you receive it you should not I mean you of course these are very basic, but you should have all the information. This is the information we are passing on to you in this induction program. Okay, so this is about almanac, and after that I'm showing you the example version of timetable. I already mentioned you about the timetable, right? So let's say starting from 7th December, right? You will see a timetable, right? For let's say this is the timetable for only UG1, because you are coming into UG1 now, right? So how the timetable looks, okay? So if you see that, don't take these slots as because this is an example timetable, the times may vary. Okay, so this is the timetable when you are, I mean of 2019 monsoon 2019, the time slots may vary for this semester. Okay, so when if you see, typically we place all the lecture hours before the lunch session, right? You can see from if 9:30 to 12, I mean 9:30 to 12:45, all the theory classes, right? uh, and in the afternoon session you will have the lab sessions. You can see the course in the first slot 9:30 to 10:30, 1 hour slot, you have DMPT. Now it is maths course M1, right? So math M1 in the 2019. So this will be given in the timetable. So all the courses which are for this semester will be indicated in this. And some of you are asking how will you make sections and all. So if you will be divided into sections, because you the strength is approximately 250 for CSE, and I think, right, 60 plus for ECE, right? So you will be divided into one or other sections, and when it comes to the labs, when it comes to the classes or lab sessions, you will be in one or other section. Okay, section A, section B. We can see here there is right, in the Monday you have DLD, right, tutorial in 2 to 3 p.m. and 3 to 6 p.m. you have DLD lab for section C, right? So you have C programming lab, right? You may have overview of computers lab, right? So all these labs typically you see in after the lunch break. Okay, and you may see all the lecture hours placed before the lunch session. Okay, so this is one example of your, I mean this is not your timetable for this semester. I have just shown you an example timetable. So all basically details will be there in the timetable. So you are now joining through online. I mean this semester, I mean till the government of India declares, right? So the classes are in online mode. So you may not have a classroom in the timetable. Okay, so some details you can see 115, 203, 101. Those are classroom numbers. Okay, but when you are physically in the campus, those numbers you have to check, and you have to be there in that room number. Okay, so this is about timetable, right? So the courses which are meant for semester will be mentioned in this, and you have to follow that strictly. As Ryan sir was mentioning, attendance is basically a compulsion, right? If you lose grade based on the number of classes you attend, if at all, if you are between 70 to 85, you may lose a grade. So following a timetable is very important, right? So you have to follow the timetable, which you will receive mostly on Friday or Saturday. Okay, so this is about timetable. And I already mentioned this, right? Each course may have multiple sections, right? And each course will also have a course group email ID. Okay, so when the course starts, in a day or two, you will receive a course group email ID, which will be created for that particular course. Let's say C programming will have a particular course group email ID. You will receive all notifications, everything from that particular course group email ID. The course instructor will share you maybe some material or some guidelines or some instructions in the course group email ID. Okay, so you the course instruction may also basically initiate a Google Classroom. You will see the details of Google Classroom. You may invite you Google Classroom. He may share the materials required for that course. He may share some guidelines for quizzes or some syllabus contents, materials, class slides, right? Anything you can be shared in Google Classroom. Those details can also be shared with the Google Classroom. Okay. So timetable, as I already shown you, it is section wise. You have to clearly identify in which section are you, and you have to attend that class, and basically you also have to attend lab section of that, tutorials session of that particular section. Okay, so don't miss that. So if you see the other parts of timetable, typically in timetable we use abbreviations for the course. So you can see, let's say if the course is OOPS, right, object oriented, right, OOP, right, object oriented programming, the naming, I mean the abbreviation will be in the timetable as OOP. Right, so you can see all the course list of courses for that semester, right. And if you want to see the detailed naming convention, you can see in this timetable and the top and the bottom of your given document. Okay, so some other details will also be part of your timetable. I mean, who is actually the course instructor for that particular course? Those details will also be part of your timetable. You can see this is one example where, let's say, I told you about right, uh, different courses. I'll just give you an example, maybe overview of computers, right? Who will take? Okay, so let's say overview of computers will be taught by, let's say, by Dr. Achintya. So his name will be across uh, that course. Okay, so you have to see who is teaching that course, and right, what is the naming convention and other things from the timetable. Okay. So the other part of my presentation is basically regarding how the student is going to give feedback to the class committee meetings, right? So the CRs will be elected, right, as part of student council, right? So CRs from each basically group UG1, right, from CSE 2 CRs and from ECE 2 CRs will be representing the whole class. Okay, so the CRs will be elected. There is a way of electing CRs. We will not will share that information at a later stage, right? So the CRs will actually collect information regarding the course. If there are any concerns, any problems in the course, right, they will collect the information, and they will basically present that information to the class committee meeting. And if at all, if there are any issues, any problems in the course, the class committee chair will forward that issues or concerns to the faculty, respective course instructor, and they will sort out that issues. Okay, so the feedback from students basically will be collected through CRs, and overall feedback will be collected at the end of the semester, and the feedback system is also continuous process. Okay, so after mid sem, right, and right, every evaluation, I mean after every major evaluation, the feedback will be collected through class committee meetings. Okay, so this is about student feedback. And as I think these details are already shared by Dr. Rajendra, I don't go much into this. As you already know, faculty in charge academics, Dr. Rajendra Prasad sir, and we both, Dr. Mrinmay and myself, Dr. Raja Prasad, are academic coordinators, right? So you can mail us. You can first reach us through ug.academics@iits.in, and if at all, if some issues are not solved by UG academics, you can, that will be sent to academics office dot right, academics.office@iits.in. Okay, so these are other UG coordinators. For your information, you have UG exams, right? Basically coordinators for UG exams is Dr. Udelu Wanga and Dr. Priyanka. and UG projects regarding BTP and honors, Dr. Anish and Dr. Menon. Okay, so you can reach them through these mail IDs. Okay, thank you. That's all from my side. I think if you have any specific questions, in view of time, maybe very few questions.
So one more thing, please do not type the same message once again. So only one time you enter the data, we will reply to it. Whatever question you want to ask, you put it once. Okay. Timetable. Friday. Friday, by the end of Friday, you will get the timetable. Yes, that is a mandatory requirement. You have to submit the anti-ragging affidavit. Yes, after the session, we will put all three PPTs together and share the same with you. Every course instructor will give you the details about the books, and you can purchase through Amazon or even any online system. You will elect your own CR. We are not going to appoint any CR. All slides will be shared by our faculty members, either in PPT or PDF format. So you will get the like course materials in time. So on time you will get the course materials.
Regarding books, if at all, if you can manage with e-books, for some standard courses, there are e-books on the web. You can if you can manage it, you can do it. But there are, as you are in, I mean, you are not physically present in campus, so you can manage with e-books. Maybe faculty suggests some e-books, you can go through that. When you are in campus, there is a library, right, in IIIT City, where you can take some books from even the library. Okay, so the list of reference textbooks will be part of the course plan. Okay, that's what I told in my session. Okay, yeah, we will let you know about the recordings. Okay, how to share and when to share very soon.
Remember, some people were asking about the programming language. First semester we are going with the C programming language, and then object-oriented programming will be there, and Python will also be taught. Yes, you can download the video lectures, maybe class lectures you can download.
So exam pattern, assignments, those details will be shared by respective course instructor. Okay, that will be part of your course plan, but you will also receive instructions regarding evaluations from the respective course instructor. Okay, so just reserve that till you get a course plan. Okay, so sir, shall we close it?
Okay.
I think Rima is getting it.
Yeah.
So you reserve some questions for now, because in view of time, Dr. Minmay has to present some more details on continuous assessment. Any questions, you can just park it for now, and you can ask in the valedictory session if at all you have any. So I will ask Dr. Minmay to continue the session. Okay, 1 second. So,
Video is coming.
Yeah, video.
No, maybe. Okay. Yeah. Good morning, all of you. Myself, Dr. Mrinmoy Ghodai, Assistant Professor in the Department of CSE. I'm also the one of the UG coordinator. So today, I will discuss a little about the continuous assessment part. So earlier you have seen from Dr. Rajendra sir and Dr. Raja Prasad sir, different components of like course academic programs, timetables, everything. So here I will discuss about little bit continuous assessment. And also in some place you have asked like only by online classes can we get some credits. It is not so. For that we have this continuous assessment. By this continuous assessment we'll evaluate the students based on some components. Okay, so the components are like these written examinations, assignment, project, quizzes, attendance, and open challenge problem. So in a since we are getting out of time, so we'll discuss in a brief about all these components. So first thing is that what is continuous assessment. So this is an approach.
They are asking for break. Can you break it and then after break can we take it?
Okay, no problem. So
actually, most of you are asking for a break. Okay, we shall break for 15 minutes, and you come by 11:40.
Okay.
11:45 we will start the session. So you take 15 minutes break. I think there are like 15 plus 7. So we'll have 22 minutes altogether. We will start the second part of the first session at 11:45. Same link.
Okay, we'll meet. Okay.